Okay, and we had a lot of glitches and a lot of things that happened basically, and a lot of little things that we had to work out, some bugs we had to work out, and that's to be expected. We've gone through basically 2 weeks of since the launch, and it has been really a whirlwind. We have not stopped here at NEURS. We continue to be nonstop, and we're working so hard. Everyone is working so hard. You see all the people that are in the building right now, basically from our IT people, the video people, our marketing people, basically everyone that's really helping to make this work. And we're working out those bugs, we're working out all those issues, and man, I'm telling you, one thing I am certain of. I am certain of the power of the network, because when we had issues, when we needed some help, everyone came to help. So I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited that through this process, through the little bit of a slowdown that we had with some technical difficulties, we still managed to add 5,000 new users during those 4.5 days. 5,000 new users to the network, which is incredible to me. That taught me the resiliency of people, how resilient people are. Some people basically said, I don't care if this page is low, I don't care if this doesn't work exactly the way it's supposed to work. Who cares? I got to continue on, because this is about getting the word out about this amazing platform. And the emails kept on coming. People basically just excited about what we have at NEURS. Okay, and right now though, we're catching up really, really fast. We're now adding about 4,000 new users in the last 24 hours, registered users, and that count is going up every hour. We're watching the count. It's going steadily up, and with what we're getting ready to announce today, we believe that we're going to do something amazing. By the way, over the last 7 days since we last spoke, we've added 16 countries to the reach. We're now up to, in fact, I apologize, actually 18 countries to the reach. We're up to 145 brand new countries. 145 countries have been added to our global marketing effort, which is phenomenal. In fact, in this page, you'll see it now. You'll see all the countries been added. Here we're at 141, I believe, and now we're 145, okay? So it keeps on growing, which is great, okay? So now we're getting ready to really add some wood to the fire, to really just kind of take things to another level and take the reach to another height, okay? And our goal, by the way, with the reach, and people say, what is your goal? And our goal, obviously, is we want to reach the entrepreneurial world. How many people is that? As many as we possibly can. Yes, we're thinking millions. I think we can do, we can attract millions of people to take a look at our platform, take a look at our idea, to participate in it, okay? But short term, I'm looking at hundreds of thousands of users that will get us off to a great start. And by the way, right now we're in a beta stage, okay? So a lot of you who are watching this, you're thinking, man, this is glitch here, this, that here. Listen, when Microsoft releases a product, they have bugs, and that's Microsoft, and they have an incredible team, an incredible platform, all the resources, all the money available to them, and they have glitches, they have bugs. Nothing is perfect. Obviously, we're not perfect, but we never said we were going to be perfect. We're in a kind of like a beta stage right now. Right now, no one's paying for NEURS. No one's paying for any of our services, none of our premium features. No one's doing anything within our network, okay, financially wise. But we're all invested in it, and I appreciate your support, and I appreciate your comments, and I want them to keep coming. If you think something is wrong, raise your voice. Let us know. We do appreciate the feedback, okay? So once again, we want to add some fire to the wood, and we put some wood to the fire, excuse me, and we want to also address some needed changes. We're going to talk about those changes today and how they're going to be implemented. We're also going to be talking about better techniques for inviting. We also want to get that conversion rate up. I believe with what we're getting ready to announce today, your reach, you need to be visualizing your reach in the next 2 to 3 weeks is going to be tenfold. So if you're right now reaching over 1,000 people, think 10 times that amount. If you're reaching 100, not 100, 100 people, you can think obviously 1,000 people. If you're reaching 2 or 3,000, think again 10 times that amount. We had some users that are already over 10,000 in their reach. You should think about 100,000 or 200,000. We're getting ready to announce some really great stuff that's going to make the reach move. So let's get into that. Some coming changes. First of all, this change it's going to be effective today, which is that we're going to announce very soon here, okay, you're going to see it on your screen, so don't be shocked if all of a sudden you had somebody that had 16 hours left on their invitation and all of a sudden their countdown goes up. Okay, don't be shocked. That's us. It's not something that's wrong. We're actually, what we're going to do is we're making a decision to make the countdown be 72 hours. Now, we're still going to say to the users that they have 24 hours to check in, okay? The email's still going to say 24 hours. We don't want to change anything in terms of our marketing material, but we're going to do 72 hours because we're running this set of tests on a bunch of different things, and we want to give people a little bit more time to get in. We also are tracking the emails, and we've seen a lot of people email back after the 24th hour to their users and saying something like, hey, I missed the 24-hour period, but a couple of hours, how can I get the re-invitation? Then somebody has to re-invite them. So we want to change that. We're going to extend it to 72 hours without the user knowing it. So they'll be able to accept their invitation within that time period. So that's great. That's coming today. In fact, you're going to see that very, very soon on the website. Another thing is we're going to be limiting, this is really important, we're going to be limiting the amount of emails any one user can get in a 7-day period. Now, the reason we're doing this, and we want you to understand, is we want to limit how people feel about our emails, okay? Now, we're not spamming anybody. Certainly, we're not doing that. Our spam percentage, let's say, on the sites that track all that for us is extremely low. Out of the almost 500,000 invitations that have been sent out, we've got basically less than, I think, 300 spam complaints, and I think some of them were mistakes, so people just click by mistake, okay? So the reality is we don't have any spam issue, but we do have issues where one user could be hit with several invitations by different people. It has happened, and we've heard of somebody getting as much as 14 different invitations. Obviously, somebody very popular, somebody that everyone's interested in having them join. But obviously, 14 invitations, that's not cool. We don't want to be sending a lot of invitations to the same person. So what we're going to do is we're going to limit to 2 invitations in any 7-day period. We think that's a fair amount. And so that means that if you invite someone who you send the invite, they appear on your page, they're still pending because they haven't accepted anyone's invitation. But if they don't get an invitation, it could be because somebody else invited them, or maybe 2 people have invited them, and they already got 2 invitations, and we're not going to send a 3rd or a 4th or a 5th, again, in a 7-day period. We're going to leave that person alone for them to assimilate what they've done. Now, what should you do? You shouldn't just invite somebody and expect them to get an email and expect them to register. As always, we're encouraging you to go ahead and go in and call them. Once you see that they're pending, once you see a time clock, which is not going to say 72 hours, give them a call. Encourage them to go to the website and join, or what's better, what we're going to announce today is going to really, really, really change the game for a lot of our affiliates out there. So another reminder is that we do have a block on certain email addresses that we're blocking right now. For example, a lot of users have asked us, okay, how come I type in info@whatever and the email doesn't go out? What happens? And we're going to do a better job of explaining that on the website. But what happens is that we're not going to allow anyone to send emails to info@, support@, sales@, help@, do not reply at, no reply or contact at, and several others, by the way, that are that type of generic type emails that are usually linked to corporations or businesses. We're not going to do that, guys, because a lot of those emails do bounce back, get these automatic responses, and we know that you're not really reaching out to a real person. It's not a real person usually behind that. Now, we do apologize to the very few people that is their email. If you know you have a real human being with a first name and a last name, that the user email starts with info@ or support@ or whatever, just send it to another email that they have, or send it to their cell phone number if they're in the US, Canada, or Puerto Rico. Just do us that favor and avoid sending those emails, because we're blocking that right now, and we'll add a few more as the time comes. So now let's talk about how the import works. One of the greatest questions, as we look at the logs and look at the things, the input of feedback that we're getting from literally thousands of people is, how does the import works, okay? So we want to address that today. So the import basically is really simple. So you go to the invitation page that you're seeing on screen. It basically tells you, who you've invited. So far, this person has 6 completed invitations, as you can see here, 2 Tom Smith and 3 Jane Does, okay? And next to how it works, by the way, the how it works, just so you know, if you click on how it works, that's actually the second video. The 9-minute video opens up in front of you if you click there. But next to how it works, you're going to see the import dropdown. And you can import from these mail providers: Gmail, Hotmail, Live, Outlook, Yahoo. And once you import, I'm going to walk you through what happens, okay? So the first thing that happens is that it temporarily brings in all of your contacts from that email provider you chose. So once again, let's say you select Gmail, for example. And once you do that, it redirects you to a page where you see the NEURS app trying to access Gmail. And then we have basically an agreement with them that if you click agree and you put in your password, if you're not logged in, you go straight into your Gmail account, and then automatically all of your contacts are temporarily, and again, I want to stress the word temporarily, imported onto NEURS.com, okay? So now, once they're on NEURS.com, what happens? Well, once the contacts are imported, okay, you're going to select, okay, the people that you want to send invitations to. So again, look at the PowerPoint. The maximum is 100, okay? So now you're going to see a display where you're going to see all of the people that you imported temporarily. And now you get to click. You get to click on the ones that you want to send an invitation to, that you want to invite onto the platform. Again, maximum of 100 that you can do from import. by the way, lifetime. It's not every single time you import. It's just a lifetime maximum credits that you get for that, okay? So again, 100, you select the people, and once you do that, the next thing that's going to happen is you can select, you'll see here on screen right now, you can select from your imported contacts. Here, we're going to hit the name here a little bit, but you can see the imported. You see the little gray box on the right. You get to check that, who you want to invite. And then all the way to the right, you're going to see the language drop down, okay? And the language drop down gives you right now English, Spanish, and Spanish for Spain. And basically, you select the language. Once you select the language, you can just click invite, and then the emails go out in that language. Okay, by the way, we fixed that. It used to be a bug that we had, a known bug last week. We fixed that bug. Now it does go out in the language, in the appropriate language. Okay, but we want to talk about the way we want to mention that more languages are coming soon, and how soon? Well, this is some great news. Last week, our team was working like crazy. We send out emails to all of our community leaders all across the globe. We send literally thousands of emails to people in Brazil, in Portugal, in Bulgaria, in Romania, and just a bunch of places around the world, in Italy. I don't want to leave any country out, but all of these people responded back. Greece, they all responded back saying, we'll help you. So we got a platform, we got basically a system in place for them to grab our, all of our fields, all of our text fields, basically help us translate this stuff. We actually assign some leaders to each project to kind of check everything. And then here at the home office, at the corporate office, we have somebody double and triple checking that work before uploading it to production. But the good news is that we did that literally 4 days ago. And as of this morning, we had our content person last check it out, and he was blown away. He was like, wow, we're already 100% completed on Portuguese for Brazil. We're 100% completed on several languages already completed, and now we'll be uploading that onto the system starting on Monday. So on Monday, you're going to see the drop down of languages get bigger, and we're going to start adding more and more languages. By the way, we got plans for Swedish, we got plans for Norwegian, we have plans for all these languages are being added. So if you don't see NEURS in your language, okay, we do have a set of rules about how those languages are added, and I'd like to talk about that real quick. So number one, the way we're going to add languages is as soon as we have 100 registered users in any country where the official language obviously is not supported by NEURS, what we're going to do is we're going to reach out to that community and send them an email and say, hey, would you like to help us? You don't have to translate everything. It's only like 400 or 500 strings that we have. It's not that much. It's about 2,000 words. Just do, just give a couple of phrases. Help us out. Maybe do 10 phrases. By the way, I want to thank publicly everyone that's helped so far. I'm not going to name names yet because we've had people in Brazil literally work overnight to get the Portuguese for Brazil done. We need, by the way, Portuguese for Portugal is kind of falling back. So we do need you to kind of help out with that process, and we track the percentages really neat. So again, this is a fun thing that we're doing, and everyone's contributing. I want to thank personally everyone who's helping out in that process. So we're going to have a ton of languages on the site very, very quickly because our goal is to go global very fast, obviously. The second thing is, once we have 1,000 registered users, now we know this country's serious. Now we know this country really has a powerful reach that can grow into the hundreds of thousands, if not millions, into the future. So what we're going to do is we're going to subtitle all the English videos that we have, or the Spanish videos if it's more applicable. We're going to subtitle them, okay, for that country. So by the way, that's the fastest way we can do this. So as soon as we hit 1,000, we'll subtitle them, and we'll do that within days, and they'll be visible. So again, the videos, right now, we don't have them all subtitled. That's going to take us a little bit of video editing time, but we can get that done really quickly as we start hitting 1,000. The next level is 10,000. Once we have 10,000 registered users in any country, then we're going to really spend the time and the money and the energy to get all the videos done in their individual language. And I know a lot of people have volunteered to help, and any help you can volunteer in that regards, with voiceover, with video editing, anything you can do to help us. We have 2 or 3 really good people here, but we're not enough, okay, to do all the videos that we're doing. By the way, there's 5 videos that we're producing in all languages, English, Spanish, Spanish for Spain, and now all these other languages. And that you're going to be watching them, you're going to be seeing them starting next week. We'll be announcing the next one and the next one and the next one. And we have all these great content that we're going to be seeing over the next few weeks. So in the final note, once we have over 1,000, now these are paying members. Okay, these are what we call founding members. They're going to be a very unique account type. That basically is going to be our founding members. These are the people that are going to really believe in us from the very beginning. They're going to be the ultimate beta users because they're going to see how the payment system works. They're going to pay. They're going to make sure it all works correctly. How our affiliate compensation system works and all that kind of stuff. To our 1,000 founding users in every country, As soon as we hit that mark, okay, for each country, then we'll go ahead and activate the currency and activate everything you need for that country, the content for that country to be active, okay? So we're going to be waiting to see those founding members for each country. Just making that clear. So again, let's go back to the import. So now you select the language, right? And now you basically can add a comment. Okay, here's what's really important. Think about the language you have chosen. So if you've chosen Spanish for all of them, then the add comment, you can certainly do it in Spanish. Okay, if you add English, certainly you can do that in English. But if you add some in Spanish, some in English, some in Portuguese next week, some in Swedish, hopefully in the next few days, right? And as you see that, if that's the case, then I'm going to encourage you, don't add the comment, or if you add the comment, add it in multiple languages. I don't know if you really could do that, but it's going to be lengthy. So in other words, think that if you're going to be importing contacts and sending in different languages, that one comment goes out in only one language to all of those contacts. So you may want to, for example, you may want to import, send it to 30 people you know are certainly a Spanish invite. You then want to import again. You could do that certainly, and bring in another 20 people. You want to send a English invite, and then so forth for Portuguese or any other language. So just think about that. That's another way of doing it, okay? Now, once the invitations are sent, this is really important. This is really what I want to address today. This is the question we've been getting. Once the invitations are sent, the rest of your contacts are deleted from the temporary form that we brought them in on. Now, I want you to understand here, at NEURS, we value your privacy, and we value your invitee's privacy very, very much, okay? So we will never hang on to that data. We delete that data completely from our servers. It's not accessible anywhere on our network, and you don't have access to it. And people have said, and why is that? I imported these people. Shouldn't they be my contacts? We do not want to have the liability of people that are not being invited, that are not getting an email, imported onto your system, and us having to, somehow, hold on to that data and all that kind of stuff. We're not doing that. In fact, as you know, within a few days after somebody expires, we actually start deleting them from the system. So we don't want to keep any data that we don't have to keep on our servers. Just keep that in mind, okay? So let's go on to how the actual invite system works. So now I'm going to talk about the individual invite, okay? So now you do an individual invite, you put the first name, last name, email, etc., and then you click the invite. What happens? What happens when you send an individual invite? Really kind of what happens when you send an imported invite. It's the same thing, right? Number one, this is one thing I want to make sure we're clear. Your invitees are pre-registered for NEURS.com. Let me say that again. They're pre-registered for NEURS.com. Sort of think about it being on a guest list, okay? Imagine being on a wedding list, okay? They're pending accepting their invitation. Now, the reason why we want to differentiate is that because a lot of the jargon has been off a little bit. We've been talking about invitations and registrations and completed, and people are kind of confused. So I want to make sure we got this clear. When you actually import, okay, all you're getting is a contact. When you're sending out the invite, those people are on the guest list. They're on the NEURS guest list. Now, basically, now they can choose to look at the email, or even if they don't get the email, they can go to our website and then register. That's like sort of like attending the event, like saying, yes, I showed up, I'm here. Okay, that's really what we're interested in. We're not interested in sending a whole bunch of invites and not getting people to actually join. We're interested in actually sending invites and then following up with people to make sure that they actually do join, watch the videos, understand what we're trying to build, and be part of this effort, okay? So, with that being said, after we send them that email, okay, what happens? Well, basically, whether they get that email or not, and I want to make sure that we're very clear on this, whether they get the email or they don't get the email, what matters most is that you help them get to the website. You help them get to NEURS.com and tell them where the registration is. Now, understand, another little change we made this week is we added that green button on top that says, accept invitation. That has helped tremendously already. We've seen the numbers spike because of that. So now people are not searching down on the page for the, have you been invited section. They can literally click on the top, go to a page that's only for that purpose, and accept their invitation, okay? So so again, you have to walk people through that process. I believe that initially people need to be taught a little bit, need to be walked through, holding a little bit until they get it. And once they get it, they'll of course tell other people how that works, okay? So let's talk about the affiliate tool. So the big announcement of today, and we have so many things to talk about today, but the big announcement today is that we announced last week that we had affiliate tools that were coming. Now let me be very, very frank with you. Basically, we had a goal of releasing some of these tools in about a month, okay? Once we explain the affiliate plans and the compensation and all that kind of stuff, which is in about 2 or 3 weeks, we had a goal of releasing all these tools. We have like 5 or 6 tools on our deck that are going to really be explosive. But we wanted to put one out in front of everyone right now, okay? One that we believe is going to change the game. It's going to really help you expand your reach and really solve a lot of the invitation issues. And as we're still cleaning the code, as we're still working out all the bugs of the marketing platform and getting ready for the upgrade into the real network, okay, into the real NEURS.com, we wanted to make sure that we had something powerful to basically take the focus off the invitation and get more people signed up. So we're announcing today the first one. We're happy to announce the NEURS affiliate page is here, and here it is. This is the NEURS affiliate page, okay? You're not looking at my page, okay? My page has already been created on NEURS, okay? I was the first beta tester for this, and once again, let me address this right now, okay? Please listen to me. This is a new product, okay? New project, new feature. We had it on the deck. We moved it up to production. Our guys worked really hard to get it here. In fact, literally, we were pushing some code like minutes before I got here, and some of our guys were telling me right now that, okay, this is done, that's done, okay, give me 1 second, I'm going to finish this one up. So we're really working hard to deliver a great product, but it's not going to be perfect. But we think it's really, really good. So if you detect bugs in it, don't get angry, don't complain. Tell us where the bugs are. We're going to fix them. We're in beta right now, okay? So just want to make sure we're clear on that. So the affiliate page is awesome. I looked at it and I was blown away how clean, how great it looks, okay? And what we've done basically in the affiliate page, you should be looking at it on screen, is basically you have the video, okay? You have the 3-minute video, the introductory video, okay, which is now, it doesn't have to drop down, so it's easier for people to see and see that there's a video there. On the right-hand side, you have the registration. So literally, you have people can register right then and then. So what happens? Okay, so the first thing that you need to do, by the way, is you need to go to your settings page. So let me kind of walk you through the process and how it's going to work, okay? So we're not going to, by the way, we're not going to release this to everyone right away. It's going to be released throughout today. Some people will get it on Sunday. Some people will get it on Monday. So be patient. Between now and Monday, everyone on the network will have the affiliate tab activated. Let me tell you how it works, okay? You will go to your account, your NEURS.com, log in, and right underneath your picture, right underneath your name on the right-hand side, you're going to click on Settings. In Spanish is Ajustes, so you click on that. And when you're going to see where it says your picture, says your photo, has notifications, one little tab at the very end says Affiliate. You're going to click on that tab, and then it's going to allow you to put in your, basically the name that you want to give your affiliate page. For example, I took already frank.neurs.net. It's going to be a .net address. So neurs.net is going to be our affiliate page, okay? So I also took, by the way, frankcodina.neurs.net. So again, it's going to always be neurs.net. So basically, you're going to put in what you want your page to be. There are some rules that we have, really a neat little system that if you put it wrong, it tells you, and until you get everything in green, you don't got it right. So once you have it right and you click Save, now be careful with the button Save, because the button Save is next to the button that says Delete Account. So be careful, don't delete your account, okay? And regardless, we do ask you for a confirmation if you really want to delete, so just do not delete your account. So it says Save. Once you save those settings, okay, your page is created automatically. All you have to do now, and by the way, we give you the link. Right on the page, there's a link that says this is your affiliate page. And by the way, once you select it, you can't change it right now. We'll make provisions in the future to change it. We wanted to get the product out and get it in your hands, but you cannot change it right now. So make sure you get a good name. Don't put something silly. It should be your name so people identify you, okay? So again, frank.neurs.net or frankcodina.neurs.net. Again, plug in your name or what you want. Maybe your first, maybe it could be, if you're Robert Smith, you could be rsmith.neurs.net. Again, it's always .net. Now, once you have that link, what should you do? Once you see the page is activated, it's there, it's working, what should you do? Well, what you should do is take this link and go ahead and send it basically to everyone that you want to invite to NEURS. Now, obviously, we're not going to send the invites to those people. Guess who's going to invite those people to your affiliate page? You are. That means that you get to craft your email, put your own spin on it, what you want to say to people, why you believe in NEURS. It's your own emails. We're not going to tell you what to say. These are your friends. These are people that you know. These are people that have been in contact with you some kind of way, right? So you're going to tell them what is it that you want to tell them, and you're going to walk them through the steps. So they're going to get to that page. You're going to encourage them to watch the 3-minute video. They should still watch the 3-minute video, and encourage them to do the registration, which is basically, it's going to be asked first name, last name, to put in their password, mobile number, excuse me, not their password. Let me take that back. Not their password, their email, their mobile number, country, language, time zone, etc., whether they're male, female. They're going to be asked to agree, and then click the button that says join. Once they click the button join, okay, they basically are going to get an email. They're going to be redirected to a page that says, hey, thank you for pre-registering. Now an email has been sent to you. To confirm this email, we need you to go to the email and click on the link that's in the bottom of the email. And that email basically is your welcome email. So we are welcoming you onto the platform. We're saying, hey, congratulations for wanting to get on the platform, but now to join, you have to confirm your email in that link. You're redirected to a page on NEURS where you get to put in your password twice. Once you put it in twice, then you have to log in, so you have to put it in the third time. I know there's a little steps, but we want to make sure we have security onto this so that no one basically gets on the platform that really wasn't invited. So if you send them an invite, if they send it, through your page, send themselves an invite, click the thing, and now what happens? Here's what happens. I want you to make sure you get this clear, okay? While they're pending, while they're still having confirmed their password through their email, they're going to show up on your screen with a, with a little, you're going to share their name, just like a pending invitation looks right now, but it's going to say pending completion, okay? And it's going to be yellow, by the way, okay? So now you're going to know that the yellow ones are people that have registered on your page, but have not yet confirmed their password, meaning that maybe they didn't get the email for some reason, and of course we have to check into that, okay? Or maybe they got the email, everyone should have gotten the email, but for some reason or another, they couldn't, they couldn't click on the link, or they haven't clicked on the link, and you need to encourage them to basically walk them through the steps to doing that. So basically, that's going to be an alert for you. Wow, this person's interested. Let me call them, make sure that that they actually get on the email and actually click the link and get them into the page. So that's how the affiliate page is going to work. That's exciting news. Why is this exciting news? Because that's going to allow you to grow your reach exponentially. You'll be able to market now your individual page. By the way, now your picture matters and your name matters. So before you do the affiliate page, let me encourage you to add a good picture of you, the best picture you can find. Mine has a little photoshopping, I believe. So get a good picture of yourself. There's some people, I've seen some of the pictures that some of you have submitted, not so cool. You might want to change those pictures, okay? There's some weird stuff going on out there. And also, we've seen the names some people have put. They have put funny names for their last name or first name. Some people have put their email as their last name just by mistake. You need to clean that up, make sure your first name, last name is correct before you click on your creation of your affiliate page. But that's really cool. So the affiliate page is going to drive a ton of traffic to your business, and it's really only yours. So now you have that link, it's yours for you to build with, okay? So now let's talk about some best practices. Let's switch gears. So that's a big announcement. But regardless of whether you do that, and by the way, let me just be very clear. If for some reason, somebody says, hey, I went to the page, I registered, and maybe let's imagine this. Imagine they put the wrong email. Or imagine their email service provider, for whatever reason, blocked their email, put it into spam, they didn't notice it. They didn't get the email to confirm the invitation. If they tell you, hey, I haven't gotten my invitation, don't get frustrated, don't call us. This is what I would do. You have somebody who's really interested, just go to the invite page and invite them normally. Now you know they're interested. Invite them normally, okay? And through the normal invitation process, they're going to get the regular email, or they'll be able to check and check into the website. So again, if somebody did the registration process, and they didn't get the email, you need to handle it on your end by tracking that and by then encouraging them to join the other way. But that should not happen. I believe 95% of the people will be able to get in and get out, and everything will work great, okay? So once they've actually registered, once they put their password, they're going to show us as green, complete, which is great, okay? So whether you're doing this process or you're doing individual invites, some best practices. Let's go through that. Number one, prioritize your contact list. The people that you're going to reach out to first and foremost, I believe, have to be people with high credibility, with a big reach. Look at people on Facebook that are friends of yours, that know a lot of people, that are social butterflies, that are in marketing, that know a lot of people. Why? Because these people have a big reach. They can really get the word out fast. And by the way, one of our affiliate tools that we'll be doing pretty soon here, that we have already in the works for a few weeks from now, is a little bit of Facebook integration. So we have people already thinking through that process, exactly how is it going to work, and some of the code that's going to go behind that. But that's going to be fun when that's activated. That's really going to expand the reach now into millions and millions of people. Hopefully by then we'll reach some of the goals that we want to hit. So number two, I will encourage you to invite only people that you know, that know you. Okay, or people that somehow, if you capture their lead, I know a lot of affiliate people out there are saying, hey, I'm capturing leads through, YouTube, or I'm capturing leads through all these systems, okay? Do I have to know these people? Well, you don't really have to know these people, but they at least know you because they've seen your video, they've seen your content, they've seen your newsletters, you're seeing whatever you're using to capture leads, okay? And by the way, we're very proud of all of our affiliate teams that are out there really working to really get the word out, not only to a lot of people, but also to other big affiliates that are now beginning to join the network. So it's really awesome. Number three, give a heads up. I think everyone that you invite, especially through the individual or the imported, needs to be given a heads up before you hit the button send. Let them know, hey, I'm going to send you something. Be in the expectation for it. It's really important. Why? Because in today's day and age, we're getting bombarded. You don't know how many LinkedIn requests I get to join, this person that, from companies that I used to be involved with or work with in the past. Hey, join my LinkedIn network. Hey, join my LinkedIn network. And, I'm sick and tired of getting all those emails, okay? I delete most of them, and eventually I get to in LinkedIn, and then eventually I accept them, but, they could think it's something else like that. So you need to encourage them to look at it, that it's totally different, totally something that you're supporting, all that kind of stuff, and again, follow up. Number 4, add the add comment button. We talked about that. Just make sure you add it in the right language of the emails that are being sent, okay? Add comments is a big deal because really it personalizes the email. But let me go back for a second. But now that we have this affiliate page, really the email is not important anymore. There were some people that were saying, hey, I don't like the way the email reads just because it doesn't sound like me talking to my friends. How do I change that? Well, we couldn't change it. Guess what? You don't have to do that anymore. Through your affiliate page, you'll be able to send out emails to everyone you know, make it sound like you. You can even use our own template if you want, modify it a little bit. It's whatever you want to do because it's your email. You're inviting your friends at your own pace, with your own words. And the key is, let them know that this is a cool opportunity to come check it out. All the information is on NEURS.com for them to look at, okay? Warn them about the glitches. Again, the glitches are now going down by the minute. We were getting literally thousands of emails a day, with the glitches and stuff, and now it's down to basically 20, 30, 40, 50, very manageable, and we're happy because that means that it's working, okay? And we're growing the database of users. Also, walk them through the sign-up process and help them send out the first few invites. Most people don't know there's a video there, the 9-minute video once they log in. They don't know a lot of little details, okay, about the site. Teach them how to do that. Teach them how to invite. There's a lot of things that I'm teaching you today that you may want to teach them. And of course, have them access all the videos. Like this video, for example, will be on our blog, will be on our VIP content, will be moved around. Tell them where the videos are. Teach them the system. Make sure they watch that 9-minute video. So important. The ones that is on the inside of the page, the logged in page, where it says how it works, right on the invite page, okay? All right, so upcoming NEURS TV programming. Man, we have a whole ton of stuff coming up, like you cannot believe. By the way, I said we were gonna go into provider pricing, and I do apologize for that. We had a week that we had to work through a lot of things, and we had to do this affiliate page, and I wanted to get that information out, and there's no way I can tell you about all these things that I'm about to talk about right now to finish the meeting, to finish the presentation, and at the same time get the information on provider pricing and all that. But we'll do that next week. That's already on the deck. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things on deck, okay? So we're going to talk about provider pricing, entrepreneur account details, full access account detail. In fact, we're going to mix the full access with the founding member, and then we're going to announce something really special in about 3 weeks that is going to really, really, really blow your mind. So I'm just going to hang on there for 3 more weeks, and you're going to see how important that meeting is going to be the 3rd week coming up, okay? So then compensation incentives, which is going to be great, affiliate account options, upgrade processes, building your reach. By the way, the affiliate account options, we had a question about that, several questions about that. Does it mean that we have different affiliate levels? No, we do not have different affiliate levels. We just have different tools that affiliates will have access to. Tools and processes and things that, that's why there's different affiliate account options. Just to make sure we're clear. And by the way, the affiliate page that you're getting is one of those options that you have to choose. And we're giving it to you right now for free, okay, just so you know. But if you want to maintain that affiliate page once we go live with the live site, that's going to be part of one of the 3 affiliate account options, and that is a premium option, just so you know. There's other affiliate tools that are free, but that is a premium option. I just want to make sure we're clear on that. Right now, everyone's getting it for free. Just like anything in the internet world, you get usually things for free, and then later on, if you want to keep them up, it's a really minimal cost to keep that, okay? Affiliate tools obviously will be announced, all of them. Building the reach through phase 2, which is once we're logged on, we're going to continue to build the reach, and international expansion as we grow into a lot more countries, set up offices, develop our staff in country, okay? So now the NEURS marketing strategy. This is the big question that we've gotten. If there's a question we've gotten over the last week, it's been this one, and is, look, why are you guys doing this? Why are you guys doing this marketing strategy? This really unusual, you could say your unique marketing strategy. And I'd like to address that right now. So let's get to that. So imagine that we're talking about a network. Okay? How does a network get built? How does LinkedIn get built? Okay. So let's talk about LinkedIn, for example, or any web startup. Okay. So you're now looking at the logo for LinkedIn. Okay. And so how does it happen? How it happens basically is that LinkedIn is basically launches a service. They want to grow their business, right? They want to grow their service. They want to reach millions of people, but they're still at 0 or they have very few users. Okay. So eventually, because of the cost of technology, because they're not charging anybody for anything, it's usually flipped on the founders. The founders are paying for all of this. But eventually what happens is they reach out to venture capital. So they go out and they get venture capitalists to give them money, okay? tons of money. Usually, for example, Facebook, the first round they got is like 500,000 from Peter Thiel. Then, LinkedIn went out and reached out to a bunch of others. I believe it was Greylock Partners or somebody, I don't know exactly the name, but they reached out to somebody. They got millions of dollars. All of these networks eventually reach out to venture capitalists who fund the operations basically to pay salaries, to pay for technology, to pay for the building of the process, okay? And now what they do with that money basically is that they go out there and they try to advertise. Now, not in the traditional way. A lot of networks don't advertise the traditional way, but they still advertise. Here's what they do. They use, existing databases they have to buy to get the word out about their app. They actually contact the bloggers, they contact affiliate marketers who are paid for to help get the word out about their apps, okay? Sometimes they do local advertising, focus-based advertising in local markets, okay? Sometimes what they do is that, and again, I've been involved as an investor on this side, and I know exactly what they do, is that they, spend a lot of money just getting the word out. Sometimes it's, with cars, literally, I've seen companies with cars and giving away free drinks and whatever to get people to sign up for the website, okay? They visit companies like Angie's List, for example. Angie's List, she went out and hit the payment and actually went business to business to sign up people on a personal basis, on a form, on a physical paper form that then was transformed into the digital format. So that's another way of advertising. They hire salespeople to get on the phone and call people and get people on board, especially if it's a paid service for the future. So basically, they try to get the word out. What's the goal of that? To get users. To get lots of users to join the site, right? And here's why. Once they hit critical mass, once they have a lot of users on the site, guess what happens next? Those users will bring in a lot of other users. And guess what? A lot of users, when all of a sudden 10,000 users become 100,000, they become 1 million, they become 10 million, all of a sudden the site has a lot of value. A lot of value for whom? For the company. Why? And for the investors, why? Because now you have people that are willing to pay for premium services, people that are willing to pay for membership services, and advertisers that are willing to pay to reach those targeted audiences, okay? So that's what basically websites do. They grow, and then they get these users to just refer them to other users. They create all kinds of tools. Facebook, for example, when I first joined years ago, they had this, refer a friend thing, right? Where you have to input all your contacts, see if your friends were on Facebook. Most were not. So guess what? Immediately invitations went out, kind of like what we're doing with NEURS. Nothing really different. And then all these emails went out. And then all my friends were like, oh, I'm going to sign up for Facebook because Frank told me to sign up for Facebook. And that kind of stuff. That's basically what they do. Once they grow, of course, they usually stop doing that. But guess what happens, though? What happens is eventually they attract the dollars. Money comes into the company starts making money, and guess who gets paid? The company gets paid, the founders of the companies get paid, and guess what? The venture capitalists get their money back, right? Or they make a profit, right? That's how it's supposed to work. That's the traditional web startup world, okay? And that's fine, and we think that's fine. I've been an investor on how this whole thing works, and I'm fine. I'm certainly glad it works that way, okay? But we wanted to build NEURS a little bit differently here. So here's what we did. Basically, we said, why are the people, the early adopters, are being taken out of the financial equation? Why is that? How can we do that better? Wouldn't it be a better way to incent these people that are the early adopters, that are the people that are basically promoting your service from the very beginning, to get them involved? And by the way, why should we pay back all this venture capital if we don't have to? So this is what we came up with, okay? So the NEURS platform was going to work totally different. NEURS is going to first reach out to our founders, our affiliate partners, all of you who are joining the team right now. And we're going to ask you to do one thing for us. Help us advertise. In fact, you're going to be our only source of advertising. We figured it out. We don't really need anything else. Word of mouth is what works best. We've seen it now, 500,000 invitations sent worldwide. The capture rate, the conversion rate is going through the roof, okay? 145 countries on the reach. We know the system works. Now we need to just put some wood on the fire. The affiliate page is part of that wood on the fire. So again, it's about getting the word out to tons of people. What's the purpose of that? Obviously, is to get to the masses, to get to the big community, to get to the millions of users who then, some of them, will become paying members, who will buy premium services, who will actually have membership services, who will be part of our site. And by the way, because we grow that big community, guess what we're going to have? We're going to have advertisers with targeted marketing. We're going to have companies, whether it be franchise companies, network marketing companies, direct selling companies, vendor type companies, provider type companies come to us and do deals to bring revenue to our site to target the audience they want. That's the goal of NEURS, okay? And guess what's going to happen? We're going to make money. And guess what's going to happen with that money? That money is then going to go back to obviously the company, and that money is going to be back and split, really nicely split, especially with the founding members, the affiliate partners, whether they're brand new or the ones that are been around forever. We're going to have a neat little way of compensating you for for your effort, for helping us build this amazing community that needed to exist, that needs to be in place. So that's basically how it works. So why is this groundbreaking? Why do we believe it's groundbreaking? Number one, because it lets the average person participate. Okay, example. We showed you a lady last week that had basically had 33 accepted invitations, okay? And her reach has grown to 1,800 users, 42 countries. She was blown away for that, right? All of a sudden, now she became part, she knows she's going to be part of a revenue sharing model going forward once we launch the actual platform, okay? But she sends us another email, and she says, look at this, just a screenshot. It says, my country count went from 42 to 53. By the way, my users went from 1,800 to 2,500. And all of this happened basically when she just added one more person. In the last 7 days, all she did was add one more person to her reach personally. That's the power of the reach. That's the power of what we're doing. And that's why we believe this is going to be huge. So now I'd like to take a minute to once again recognize our not top 3, this is actually a mistake. This is our top 5. We're going to recognize the top 5 in personal completed invitations onto the network, okay? And number 5, I want to congratulate Robert Hawthorne. Okay, I've been in contact with him as well. He has 123 now, directly referred members on the site from obviously for United States. He's in Houston, Texas. Congratulations to Robert. Number 4, Sergey Nogues from Spain with 134. By the way, I saw somebody that just edged him out. Unfortunately, we couldn't update the numbers in time. But there's somebody named Pablo who actually just edged him out. But anyhow, I'll keep you updated next week on that. Number 3, Adrián Ginés from Spain as well with 135, just one above him. And then number 2, Javier Rodriguez from Colombia at 153. He grew by another 20 or 30 during the last week, directs. And number 1, David Vega from Spain with 238 personally invited people to the network. So congratulations. By the way, there are tons of you who have a lot less numbers than this, but your reach is into the thousands and thousands and thousands. And that's a tribute to the marketing process that we have in place. What's the real power of the reach, guys? It's real simple. The real power of the reach is that those that have the biggest reach, those that have the biggest impact onto our network will stand to benefit the most financially when we go live and we open the doors for the public come somewhere in March, okay? Beginning of April, end of the first quarter, beginning of the second quarter. So I like to finish with this. I like to finish, in fact, let me go through this real fast. A lot of people have been asking, hey, when can we see that calculator at work? When can we have access to it? I got great news for that. The calculator is going to be made available soon to certain members that are going to do certain things to get that access and to understand how it works, the compensation. But one of the biggest questions about compensation that we've been getting is, how is NEURS marketing different than other types of marketing? Very specifically, we've been asked about to differentiate it from network marketing, okay? So I'd like to explain the difference between network marketing again and what we're doing at NEURS, okay? So if you're in network marketing, you know this stuff, and this is going to be common sense to you. If you're not, this might be brand new to you, so here we go. So number 1, in network marketing, usually there's ranks that you need to qualify for. You know, it could be Ruby, Pearl, Diamond, etc., right? Well, in NEURS marketing, there are no levels to achieve or maintain. That was something I wanted to clarify. So again, there's not different levels of affiliates, basically. There's different account features for affiliates, access to tools that they're going to be able to have. Just want to make sure we're clear on that. Number 2, you earn more as a percentage or more as a percentage of your sales volume as you move up in these levels, okay, in most network marketing companies. Where in NEURS, the comp is exactly a dollar amount for everyone across the board. That's important to note. That's important to make the differentiation of one to the other. Also, there's an incentive. In network marketing, you have an incentive to go deep and build legs. That's an old words from the network marketing industry, okay? We're here where you have an incentive to invite new customers. In fact, most of the compensation is going to be incenting, again, the direct invited people. And of course, we have a way of rewarding you for the impact you make to our community, and that's very powerful. But again, it's not exactly a network marketing system, okay? You can access, but from network marketing, you have access to all of the info on all of your teammates, many levels down and all that, because you're supposed to be encouraging and motivating them and all that kind of stuff. Well, not at NEURS. At NEURS marketing, you have access only to the people you invited directly onto the site, and the company does all of the work for you in regards to, you know, communicating with all of the affiliates and all of the users and all the clients and all that kind of stuff. Number whatever, access to the leaders boards. There's usually a leaders bulletins or leaders boards and all that kind of stuff. In NEURS marketing, there are no viewable leaders boards. Everyone that I just mentioned, the top 5 personal, I asked them personally if I can use their information, okay? And of course, that's that's something that's going to be totally different. There are going to be no leaders reports or nothing like that in NEURS at any one point. You also often get paid weekly. You get paid usually daily even in network marketing, where NEURS is basically a once a month affiliate type payment. As you know, most affiliate programs either work monthly or quarterly. This is a monthly program. It's based on, usually network marketing is based on presentations. You got to do lots of presentations and get the word out, okay? NEURS is based on invitations. The company does the presentations for you. The company does all the marketing for you, because all you're doing is referring people to the company. You're not actually selling the product directly to the customer. We are, okay? Finally, I believe meetings and conventions are a big part of the network marketing allure and what makes it fun and attractive for a lot of people to participate. Where in NEURS marketing, we don't have that. This is going to be basically technology-based. It's based on webcasts. It's based on emails. It's based on fast-paced communication through social networks and all that kind of stuff. No meetings, no conventions, none of that kind of stuff. Okay. So I just want to make sure we're clear on that. And to finalize our meeting, I want to talk about the future being bright. See, I believe the future is bright for NEURS. Okay. As we looked at other things, how slowly LinkedIn got started, literally having only a few thousand users after a few months, how slowly, some of these other networks have grown into other languages, for example. Most of the companies have never even ventured out into a second or third language. They're staying in one language the entire time, and they've been very successful. And you compare to NEURS, the thousands and thousands of people that are joining on a daily basis after 14 days, you're going to understand that our future is bright. You see, Behance, which is a company I'm very high on. I love Behance, love what they've done. I love their graphical interface. I'm really high on Behance in a number of different ways. I'm a big fan of Scott as well, and of his books, Making Ideas Happen, a great book to read. And Behance was founded in 2006 and was just bought for $150 million for Adobe less than a year ago. What a phenomenal company, what a phenomenal product. But think about it, that network to unite the creative world did not exist in 2006. And it grew into 1 million people within 6-7 year period. Okay, Etsy was founded in 2005. Was at about 5 million users a few years ago, and all of a sudden now there are 20 million users connecting basically the arts and craft world, and now bringing in $700 million a year. Instagram was founded in 2010, just 2.5-3 years ago. And it was bought by Facebook for $1 billion, okay? And LinkedIn, founded in 2002 by Reeve Hoffman, and they had a hard time getting going. In fact, they still have a hard time sometimes getting their product to be understood. But yet, the company's valued at $24 billion. We looked at the information for last quarter. They brought in $500 million. So some of you think, oh, Facebook is free or LinkedIn is free. It's not free to those that are paying money onto LinkedIn, okay? And who are those people? The ones looking, the providers looking for talent, the people looking to make connections, the people looking out to market themselves through the platform in a bigger, impactful way. And that's exactly how it's going to work, more or less, with NEURS. So we believe the future is bright. Why? Because look, NEURS, we got founded January 25th, 2014. That was just 2 weeks ago today, literally less than 2 weeks, 13 days and a few hours ago, we got launched. And we already got this global traction in place. We already have this thing in place that's capturing the imagination of people. And so the question I ask you, where do you think the entrepreneurial network will be in 10 years? You see, we're not here for 1 month. We're not here for 1 year. We're going to build this out. We're building a product to impact the world. So when you're looking at NEURS, I don't want you to think of this as a short-term marketing strategy. Some of you who are now helping us, this is just the beginning. What's coming, the waves that are coming, the millions of people that are coming worldwide onto NEURS over the next few years, it's unbelievable. And you're going to ride that wave straight to the top. So once again, I want to thank you for watching this presentation of NEURS TV. My name is Franco Dina. If I didn't say it at the beginning, I apologize. But again, once again, thank you for watching NEURS TV. We're looking forward to having you on the network. Keep checking your settings for when you get your affiliate link, so you can activate your page and start using it. And let's have a blast. Let's actually grow the reach this week, and let's grow this to the level that it needs to become. Thank you for watching.